UFC 294 on Saturday, October 21st. The main event, Islam Makhachev will defend his lightweight title in the rematch against Charles Oliveira. This should be one hell of a fight.
For years, the UFC's lightweight division has reigned supreme as the most stacked weight class in all of mixed martial arts. And this October at UFC 294 in Abu Dhabi, two of the greatest and most dominant lightweights in the game will go at each other once again. The reigning champion from Dagestan, Islam Makhachev, will defend his belt for the second time against the man he took it from, Brazilian fan favorite Charles Oliveira, for a fight that guarantees entertainment for every second it lasts.
Very interesting fight. That's what I want to see next at 55. I don't really care to see anyone else. I want to see Charles versus Islam too.
Two stars who we want to see. That fight is going to happen.
But that's not all. In the co-main event, undefeated phenom Khamzat Chimaev will face the Brazilian bomber Paulo Costa. A heated rivalry that will unfold in the cage with non-stop violence. With both men hungry to take everything away from one another, this matchup is destined to be one for the ages.
Khamzat is an animal, but so is Paulo Costa, and they fucking hate each other, so Costa's motivated.
I stole everything from him.
Right.
Hype, soul, night of sleep, do something.
Paulovic, you dead man.
UFC events don't get much better than what we will witness here at the UFC's yearly trip to Abu Dhabi. Get ready for one of the most stacked cards in recent memory, with one of the most explosive grudge matches, and what will all be topped off by a career-defining fight for the lightweight strap.
Ah, yes, Abu Dhabi. This remarkable nation has once again rolled out the red carpet for the MMA leader, and we are in for an absolute show.
This is an inside look for UFC 294. As UFC commentator John Anik said, every now and again, an athlete comes along who captivates the attention
of the entire sport.
When the perfect storm of fighting ability and a relentless personality come together, it is bound to grab the attention of the masses. Known for his incredibly fast and dominant rise in the UFC's welterweight division, the Wolf is ready for his next challenge. However, after missing weight in his last time out, the UFC pushed for him to fight at the next weight class above, middleweight. And there is no one better to welcome into the top of the ranks than the brash contender, Paulo Costa. This man has been a staple at the top of middleweight for years, and with his raw power, size, confidence, and unfiltered personality, this matchup with Chimaev is one we all dream of seeing.
Khamzat Chimaev, undefeated, coming up to middleweight officially. The man is a badass from start to finish. He shows up and he's decimated almost everybody that he's faced. And Paulo Costa's a bad mother effer as well. He's had a great career. He's had some incredible wins. The man can take a shot. He can stop takedowns. So this is going to be a sensational fight.
And there has bbeen no holding back when it comes to how much these two dislike each other.
Paulo is not good. He's shit, bro. Just talk too much.
You are scared. You are a fake gangster, and you are a gourmet Chechen.
Make that guy cry, in the cage.
You're gonna make him cry?
Yeah.
When you go deeper into this matchup, Paulo Costa is not an ordinary sized middleweight. He is absolutely huge and will not crumble like so many of Chimaev's previous opponents. Chimaev has not faced anyone with the level of power and speed that Costa possesses, especially at this size.
It's the first guy at 185 pounds in the top 20 that he's ever fought. It's the first guy with takedown defense that he's ever fought. It's the biggest guy that he's ever fought.
But Khamzat is never afraid to fight anyone and has been working on getting bigger himself. The energy, strength, and pure aggression that he brings will be tough for Costa to handle. We know both of them have tenacity and can throw hands, but the biggest challenge will be if Khamzat can take Paulo down.
I think it comes down to how much the wrestling will play a factor. If Khamzat, when he was taking guys down at 170, he was going double leg and picking them up. You're not going to be able to pick up Costa like a little guy because we've only seen him going against smaller guys. Costa's going to be bigger than Khamzat, and I think it'll be mostly on the feet, and I think it's going to be a banger.
This is a guaranteed show in every aspect. We'll see in the most vicious way who can put their words into action and come out with one of the biggest, if not the biggest, wins of their career.
Beat you up, send you back in the package to Brazil.
I walk around and I can beat you around with just one hand.
When it comes to rematches and legacy fights, they don't come much bigger or better than what we get in the main event of UFC 294. The clear best at lightweight will go back at it in the same place and almost same day as their first meeting 1 year ago at UFC 280. After Islam Makhachev's masterclass performance against a guy in Charles Oliveira who had already run through the entire top of the division, the world realized just how good Makhachev really was and how hard it would be to take that belt off him. And the time has come for these two to meet again.
How about this for a rematch? The lightweight title will be at stake when Islam Makhachev welcomes back Charles Oliveira.
Islam versus Oliveira 2, what is different this time? And if you're ever doing a rematch, you have to ask yourself that question, right?
Though the odds are clearly in Makhachev's favor, there are reasons to think we could get a different fight this time around. Oliveira is no stranger to this position. He's lost and been counted out time and time again, and came back with a fire inside him to prove everyone wrong.
We've seen many times of people counting him out.
Olha só, eu prometo pra todo mundo, eu vou buscar ele de volta.
On the other hand, after being so dominant in his last fight against Oliveira, all Makhachev needs to do is fight the way at which he is capable of, and it will be all up to Charles and how this one shapes up differently. Because if Islam can implement his plan, like he usually always does, it will be another tough night for Bronx.
Islam has nothing he can say. There's no need to interview Islam. Hey Islam, do you think you can beat Charles? Yeah, I've already beat Charles. Okay, do you think you can beat him again? Yeah, and so does everybody else. That's why I'm a 4-1 favorite.
But no matter what, the styles each of them bring will always create an interesting buzz. The offensive pressure from both men, the strength of Islam, the heart of Oliveira, and the dangerous finishing ability in every aspect of the game with both fighters will never not lead to absolute fireworks.
Two fighters who were born to fight.
There can be no mistakes made from this one, where the other man will capitalize in an instant. Unlike last time, if Charles can show his true potential and crafty capabilities, his defense tightens up, and he can mentally be in the spot he needs to be in order to perform how he usually does, he can present lots of problems for the champ.
Even with the first one going down so surprisingly one-sided, Oliveira is a special talent. He's still in that stretch of greatness that he turned himself into when it all came together for him.
However, if Islam can expose any vulnerabilities in Charles once again, he will quickly take advantage of it.
Islam just took him apart on the feet, took him apart on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, that's how good Islam is.
Yeah.
It just seems like he gets a hold of these guys and they just can't do jack shit. I think Islam has an otherworldly squeeze.
It's an uphill battle for Bronx in enemy territory once again, but he's shown throughout his entire life that nothing is impossible.
When he filled out his UFC bio, there was one word listed: hard.
But he's going up against a man that will not make many mistakes.
The dude doesn't make mistakes.
And who will go forward with vicious intent to put this chapter to rest.
This will deliver, I guarantee.